Hello there everyone and welcome back. It has been a long time it feels like, but that streak is about to come to an end, for it is time to get back into YouTube, get back into video content in general, and this time around I'm coming back with hopefully something a little bit special that's still going to be a bit of a work in progress, as I am going to be diving into Warhammer 40k, especially with the recent release that is the 10th edition of the Tabletop Warhammer 40k game. And even more excitingly, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a collab as well with Black Templar, who was also from Lagged Out, although we're going to be doing most of those games on Tabletop Simulator when we can get some time to basically do those matches. But it's not even going to stop there. I am hoping at some point to reveal my main army as well, where I'm going to do actual games live at some point in the near future. It's just a question on how the hell I'm going to be able to do those battle reports, to at least discuss my mindset, learn the game as I go, especially with my factions that I'll be playing as, and hopefully improve for as things progress. The real trick with Tabletop Simulator, or not really Tabletop Simulator, but with 40k in general, is how long these games can be, especially with the 2000 point games that tend to be the normal type of play for a lot of the 40k, especially for tournaments. I think the majority of them are 2000 points, which can go for a couple of hours to say the least. So I'm going to have to learn the nuances, refine plays a little bit in decision making, in the hopes of speeding that up for you, because otherwise it might be a bit of a drag, or I'll be forced to do a lot of cuts and edits, and that could be pretty jarring. So I hope you all are eager for this roller coaster ride that's about to embark, as this might be my main focus for at least the channel in general, but I do have lots of other Let's Plays going on as well, to kind of, well, really more collab Let's Plays, if I'm completely honest, because I don't think I have much incentive at this point to do solo kind of single player games unless something specific suits my fancy, like maybe the Armored Core game that recently came out. We will see. But before we dive into our first game with Black Templar to commemorate this new era, this new occasion, we are going to be, we basically did this match before the Balanced Data slate that happened basically last week as per this video's uploading, or at least release. So as a result, a lot of our points, a lot of our armies are going to be a little bit different than what you probably would expect currently in the current balance of the game. Especially when you consider I'm going to be playing as Aeldari for 1,000 points versus the 1,000 Sons of Black Templar. I hope you enjoy, because I know I am really excited for what future this series may have down the line.
Hello folks, and welcome to another Tabletop Simulator where I'm going to be playing 40k against
Wolfmaster, and this time we don't have Gladiator or Scythe to slow us down. We're going to have a proper 40k game. Here's hoping.
Yep.
Or one side's going to get brutally massacred. Take your pick.
Yep. It is the battle of the Oath-Weighted Dam versus the 1,000 Sons.
Yeah, leave it to Airman to want to pick a fight with Ultway.
What else did you?
Indeed.
I want to make before we begin, I'd like to make an announcement to my channel that this will be the last 40k tabletop for a little while, because starting from next week, the new series of my Total Warhammer run with another faction will be starting. Also, if you want me to pick a different faction at the end of it, I will leave a poll the time frame of this, so you can choose if you want me to do another one or not. So you've been told.
Who could say no to more Total Warhammer?
But yeah, so next week the new Total Warhammer will be starting. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. You'll have to wait till next week to find out which faction I picked.
Are you Skaven? Come on, tell me you're Skaven. That seems to be a running theme with Gladiator always being Skaven.
No. You have to wait till then. Also, another announcement as well before we begin. There might be a new project coming to the channel for me, Oath, and another member, but at the moment it's in the early pipe work. I'm not gonna review it anymore, but eye out for it.
It should be fun. We'll see what happens though. Because I don't know if your other series is already going, but we have plenty other collab stuff that's in being worked on. I'm excited to see when that's unveiled.
Yep. So basically, guys, that's all the things I'm going to tell you now. This is not the end of 40k or tabletop. I am planning to bring in a couple of more tabletop games into the series, such as Mordheim and Necromunda. And somehow, if we could find it, Gothic. If we can find it.
And I also have a few of my own tabletop games to hopefully bring in there as well. I have Doom and the XCOM board game, which we'll see how Scythe or Gladiator are feeling for those eventually down the road.
Yep. So we have a lot of tabletop planned, but for the meantime, now that we've got all the pleasantries out of the way, because I like to do more 40k battles with Oath, because my main goal is hopefully by the end of it, when we're more comfortable, is have a good old-fashioned 3,000 point brawl.
Yes, bring all the Lords of War. It'll be fun. We don't even need to go anywhere, just blast each other from across the map.
That's what we're hoping for. Anyhow, if you wouldn't mind, Oath, explain to our darling viewers what mission and what's the rules.
Alright, where do you put the cards there? Okay, I found them. We have basically the start of these match, we determine what the deployment is going to be, basically how we're going to set up our troops, the primary mission, what the main objective is for winning, and there's a special mission rule, which we do have one here that's going to affect our reinforcements later on. Normally, I think there are one or maybe two of these mission rules that have nothing happen to them, so you can have a pretty standard game. But in this case, our reinforcements, you could choose to have your units delayed before they get onto the field. In this case, we have to wait until turn 3 at the latest form, or earliest rather, form to come in, and even then, there's a chance they don't even arrive. The lazy gits.
Yep. And the mission in question is Take Hold.
Yep, this is, I believe, just the tried and true setup as 40k is normally based on. You get 5 points for each objective with a max of 15, so 3 points will get you the max score of the primary objective. But there's another way to get points, and we'll discuss that with the secondary objectives as we start our game. Because I believe we're doing what is it, tactical missions, I believe it's called, for our random mission secondary draws?
Yeah. So, before we begin, let us show off the army. So I'm going to show you mine on the camera. As you can see, mine are 1,000 Suns. I am bringing 3 Rubric Marines, each of them with a Sorcerer and Assault Cannons. And we have an Assaulted Sorcerer, a Demon Prince of Zinch with wings, and a Mauler Vortex Beast.
I wonder how many of these models were taken from Dawn of War series, because I know a lot of assets can be taken from all video games already out.
Yeah. And on the other side, my opponent, care to explain what you have, Mr. Overmaster?
Yes. I am fielding, what is it? 3 commanders in this case. My Altarch is going to be my actual warlord. There's an actual little rule for he needs to be the warlord for one of his special effects to kick in, so he's my main leader. I have 2 Farseers, one of which is on foot, and it's going to be at least protected by one of my Guardian squads, if not Dire Avengers, throughout the fight. And then I also have a second one here on a bike, who's also going to be running around and causing a bunch of buffing shenaniganry. Because that's mainly what the Farseers do, and they have 2 different spells to help with that set. Then for my regular troops, I have Rangers, which are my stealthy infiltrating type units, something a little bit different, because I don't even think you have infiltrators in your army, so that could be fun to play around with. And then I have the Tried and True Militia, the Guardian Defenders. They are just your regular run-of-the-mill type of troops with an actual weapon platform to help support them. Next to them, I have the Wind Riders, my Bike Riders, which are basically my hit-and-run attackers. I don't know, they're not actually showing the weapons I want, but they're basically equipped with heavy shuriken cannons, which are going to be great for taking out your Space Marine armor. They're nice speedy, but they're pretty fragile, which is kind of the theme of Aeldari in general.
Yep.
Then for my heavy hitters, now I'm not even talking about the tanks just yet, because you know them. If you played 40k, you know them, you love them. You probably hate them, because you've been on the receiving end plenty of times. It's the Dire Avenger squad, with 2 Avenger shuriken cannons or shuriken guns on the Exarch, or the Sergeant to kind of more simplify it. And then last, but not least, the Twin Terrors themselves. We have 2 Fire Prisms. And from what I understand with the new tent rules, they are making quite a splash already. So it'll be interesting to see what they do in this game.
They are at the moment one of the most busted units at the moment, but they get nerfed. They got nerfed recently, so
Yeah, they kind of balance out the points a little bit. It's not so they're busted. I think it's more they're just the most consistent unit because they don't rely on my special mechanics, so I could save those for what's really busted. Is either the Wraith Knights, which can destroy anything in almost a single shot, or support weapons due to Strands of Fate benefits.
yep. And my warlord, guys, is the Demon Prince of Zinj because I have to. Now,
Yeah, he's a greedy bugger.
Yeah. Now, before we begin the battle, Oath, you have to perform a certain task, haven't you?
Let's see, what task was it there? I'm trying to remember all the setup here. I know I can't.
You've got to do your fate dice.
Oh yeah, that's actually at the start of the turns, not the actual deployment itself. Oh, actually, yeah.
No,
Since I only have to roll once for the entire game, yeah. I basically roll 12 dice. So let's actually get our dice set up.
Yep. So you pick. So the way this works, ladies and gentlemen, so those who are not aware how this works, Oath will roll 12 dice. Now he has the choice to either keep all 12 or discard one and roll again. But every time he discards one, he's losing. So basically, now the way this works is with the fate. He can choose to use it at any phase to roll in his favor.
Yeah, I basically just pick to substitute it for. Oh, and I only got single. Let's see, single 6 there. I might actually re-roll that. So let's get rid of one of these. Try one more.
I don't know. That was not a bad dice. I had a lot of 5s.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Ooh, that just made things worse.
Yeah, we'll stick with that there. It's not as bad as it could be. We can make it work.
Yep. The best thing to do in that situation, you should have took if you had the point, you should have took an Oof, like the leader of the Oath-Weighted Dam, Eldrad, because he would give you 18.
Well, he'd give me 15 there. He only gives 3 additional ones, but there are ways to get extra fate dice. Very slim though, and there's other ways to benefit from these, so this may not be too terrible.
Yep. Now, as I've said before, he's got those for the rest of the game, and he can choose at any phase to switch a dice for this, or just automatically see, look, oh, I'm gonna roll to wound. Nope, I'm gonna use my 6. Wounded you.
Well, I have to choose to use the fate dice before I roll, basically.
Yeah. So now that's covered. We got that covered. Now we do the one thing. Each of us roll a dice to see who gets to go first and set up first.
Who gets to be the attacker or defender? I think we roll again to see who actually gets to go first for the turn order.
No, the attacker always goes first. It's the roll, see who gets to set up first.
Is it? I'm pretty certain there was like a second roll after we deployed.
Actually, I'll check for a second. No, sorry, I got it wrong. Whoever's the attacker is the set up first and start the first turn, but you can steal it off me on a 6.
No, it's steal initiative is no longer in the game. Basically, the attacker defender normally determines a terrain deployment, but we kind of already did that there. And then we roll again for first turn.
Yeah.
But in this case, I'm trying to remember who actually deploys first. Is it defender or the attacker? Or starts deploying?
Let's have a look. We've got the mission, muster armies, eject this, deploying armies. Here we are. Number 6. So it's page 6.
Well, no, that's section 6.
Each mission will tell you which player. So it's a mission. Okay.
Yeah, let me just quickly try and find it while you figure it out there, because that's just how to score points.
Yeah. Yeah, we roll off again. The winner takes the first turn. Deploying armies. Yeah, it starts with the attacker, so I start first, and I start the to deploy first.
All right then.
Guys, we're still learning the rules, guys. Just, bear with us. We're also learning the nuances, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yep, and we're doing incursion, so that says 44 to 66. So we may actually have slightly too big of a map for this if we want to be too nitpicky. But I don't think that's a huge issue otherwise.
No.
Yeah, we'll just have to be mindful. Might have to deploy a little bit closer because there is a bit of dead space on the side there. We're a little
Yep.
bit too big for our type of game, which is 1,000 points based on our
Yeah.
army.
True, but at the same time, it does make the game a bit more interesting because it means we have to do running and not like trying to blast each other at close quarters.
I don't know what you mean. I don't mind hanging back with my massive 60-inch range and blasting you.
Right, so my first unit is on. Your first unit?
Alright, so let's see. You got your Rubric Marines. Now, we just gotta remember, in case you're wondering how we're deciding where we're deploying, we're kind of using the rocks to kind of help us with that. We kind of place it in advance there, so it is at the diagonal line, kind of like what we saw when we were showing off the mission deployment missions earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So I might as well do the same there. Let me get my defenders out. Kind of out in the open. I don't really like that so much. We'll see if they survive or not after their first turn.
Okay, put my second unit down.
Sounds good.
Now, for those who are unaware, which units score in 40k? It's mainly everything scores by the OC rules.
Objective
basically-
control. So each unit has yeah, it's on their character sheet. Each one has like what's called an OC stat. So if your score beats that, you essentially have control of the objective for purposes of scoring.
Yep. Now, I have specials of my own, but they won't activate until the beginning of the turn. Wind Riders. Are you a squad of 3 or just 2 squads
I'm
of 3
having
and
a
1 squad of 6?
two squads of 3 there.
Ah,
Although
right,
I'm
fair
trying
enough.
side, if I probably should have my Farseer on there kind of for a little protection. Because he's attached to the Wind Rider squad. Since all our leaders, except for maybe the Demon Prince, I can choose to attach to certain squads, and actually in the case of my Altarch, he's actually what's considered a lone operative. You can't
Yep.
attach to squads, but you can't shoot him unless you're within a certain distance, so that kind of what protects them from getting obliterated in the first turn.
Okay, so that's my next Rubric Marines down.
Yep, alright. So that's all your rubrics out, is it?
Yeah. All I got is my Lord and my Beast. Now, for those who are unaware, we are thinking of playing different armies every so often, so once we get like a handle of the rules, we might do a massive apocalypse war, but at the moment, we need to learn the rules and make sure we're not making mistakes.
Yep, I want to quickly check the infiltrate rule for my rangers, because I know I have to deploy outside 9 inches of units, although being really open to rubrics probably not a good idea anyway.
Best not, because if you try and get anywhere near rubrics, they will punish you.
So I'm going to try and have them as close as possible. The only rule is they can't be closer than 9 inches to your units.
Yeah.
And you can't deploy within 9 inches of them.
Yep. So you're hiding behind the big bunker.
Trying to, but apparently there is a little bit of an invisible wall here, so it's going to make it a little bit tricky to do it proper.
Yeah. Nothing I could do about that because, well, this is tabletop, and tabletop can be a bit of a git.
Stupid
Okay,
git.
well, I'm gonna lock down the big buildings because they're locked down, so we don't have to worry about them going flying all over the place. All right, my warlord, he will go to here.
Fancy.
Now, you may be wondering what this is all about, the story behind this little mission. Well, my army, the Rubrics, are here to find some lost artifacts that are being left behind since the Great War of Heresy. While
And
the Eldar are
We're
here
trying to deny you
stop
said...
it.
Yeah, we're
Yep.
trying to deny you said luxuries. Because apparently
Yep.
we're the defender, you're the attacker, so clearly you're the aggressor trying to get the artifacts.
Which fits well. They're trying to stop me getting the artifacts. while I am trying to get them back.
And who gets to be the victor, gets their way will be decided after these next 5 turns. But I put down my second Wind Rider squad, so I think you have, you have 2 units left.
Yeah. Time for the big beastie.
Big beastie boy.
Because he can only go as far as there, because the battlefield, guys, is straight across. Not one of my more favorable deployments, but it'll have to do. Did you just break your turret?
No, they're separated. Oh, I tried to lock that. Okay, it's still locked. That explains it. So let me try and fix that without breaking the table.
And
Nope, that's kind of, yeah, just undo it then, I guess. That's what I was worried about there. So just backtrack, rewind.
Yep. Yep. We can need one more time, I think.
Yeah, let's actually... No, I didn't. No, we didn't. That was fine there, because I could just copy and make a new fire prism. That's not an issue, because it's still locked at the moment from when I did that earlier. So I'm gonna, what I'm going to do is just copy and paste the second fire prism.
Alright. The wonders of tabletop, isn't it, guys?
Where the heck do I put you? There's not a lot of cover, alas.
Now, if you're all wondering how we're going to keep an eye on our rules and our abilities, we've got the 40k app. Now, the 40k app is free to download and has all the stratagems and rules you'll need. I recommend getting it if it will help you with tabletop and all that.
Yep, the main rules themselves are for free there. From what I understand, when the actual codexes for the main army start going out, then that might be locked behind at least, what is it, Warhammer Plus, I think? At least use an app.
No, the way the codex are going to work now, they did confirm this. They're going to be just some stratagems and just simple rules for the factions, that's it. Nothing major unless a new model comes out for them.
Well, we'll know soon enough when the Tyranids and Space Marine codex come out in the next few months. Then we'll know what we're looking into.
Right, so if you put down the fire prism...
Oh, your sorcerer wasn't going to be attached to a unit or anything?
Yeah, he's going to go to unit now. I'm just looking which one would be the best.
Okay, I think he was supposed to be deployed at the same time as the squad. I think is the trick there.
Yep, so he's with this unit, so that's it. I'm all done.
Still have some Dire Avengers and other fun toys.
Yep. Now, to be fair, guys, the Eldar are ludicrously cheap than me, so I've got a little bit of a disadvantage. But the one advantage I have is I am a bit tougher. One of my main advantages.
Yeah, you got the fancy Space Marines there. I'm fragile, and my troops in general are just pretty costly for what they have to offer, how quickly they can die.
Yep. Okay, it's just your Dire Avengers to come out and play.
Yep, and they're gonna blow up everything. Here's hoping, or they'll die immediately. Alright, I'm just gonna have these guys hanging back a bit. And then I'll be good to go, hopefully. So, what's left there besides just determining the first turn?
That's it. We just get on with it.
Alright, did I deploy my farce? Oh, I forgot to deploy my farce here, the regular Guardian squad.
And your old talk.
Yep, he's the lone operative, so where do we want to put him?
I mean, not only are we gonna have some fun with these armies, guys, with the project we're thinking of doing, we're gonna have some real fun with certain forces.
That is the idea, at least. That's the hope.
Yep.
Alright, I should be all set there. Size for the one... Actually, let me just get rid of this fire prism. Just stick with looking at that turret for a while. I'm all good to go here.
Okay, right. Just a little foot. Right, we both roll a dice and see who goes first. Okay.
Alright, I get the first turn, which could be pretty brutal, considering with how exposed everything is, a lot of things could die in the first turn. So, let's try and be a little generous just to see...
So, before we get started, pick up your 2 objective cards, reveal, to see if you can play them.
Turn 1, I get 2 command points, 1 command point general, and then 1 because my Altark is my warlord, and he's on the field currently. So, this is our secondary objectives. I get to draw 2 cards, extend battle lines, and then storm hostile objective cannot be... storm hostile objective cannot be achieved in first round. If you randomly drew this, draw a new secondary mission and shuffle this in the back of the deck. Is that the same for the other one? At the end of your turn, if you control 1 or more objective markers in your own deployment zone, and also control 1 or more objectives in no man's land, which is the middle of the map basically, then I get 5 points.
Yep.
Alright, so let me draw 1 more before shuffling it back. Investigate signals. So in my shoot phase, you can select 1 or more units from your army that is not battle shocked and eligible to shoot. Until the end of your turn, the units you selected are not eligible to shoot or declare charge, and then they do an effect here. At the end of your turn, each corner of the battlefield that has 1 or more of these selected units wholly within 9 inches is scanned by your army. If 1 or more corners are scanned by your army, this secondary mission is achieved and you score 2 victory points for each corner scanned. So I could choose to have certain units not shoot to get victory points, essentially.
Yep.
Which might be fair, because if I forfeit a little bit of shooting there, I won't risk obliterating your Vortex Beast in the first turn, so at least give you a bit of a chance, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Now, as for me, folks, I can't draw. I have to wait till my turn to draw.
Yep, and I have Guardian Defenders on my objective there at the start of my turn, so as a result, I get to roll 1 more Faith dice and add it to my pool.
Yep.
So in this case, it's a 4.
Yep. Now, in my case, I have an ability called the Cabal. The way this works is, until my next turn, I have X amount of Cabal points to use at my leisure. I have 7. So, I'll make a note of that.
Alright.
I don't know why you got 2 secondary big victory point counters, but I'll use this as a 7 just to...
Oh, I think that's maybe the track into fixed ones, maybe? Because you have 2 secondary objectives for when you're playing a fixed mission there, so that might be to keep track of each individual one, because there is a cap, maybe? Or at least a cap a turn.
Yeah. But, yeah, so the way my Cabal works is, certain phases, I could use Cabal points to do some freaky shenanigans.
Yep, and I'm going to use my bikers to move on forward, or at least one of my biker squads. And just slightly touch this for the sake of the secondary objective.
Yep. When do we score?
At the end of the turn, I believe, for secondary objectives. And I believe I have 24 inches on here, so I'm definitely in range. I don't think I can actually see a Demon Prince.
Here we are. The end of the command phase. So basically, before we get started, you've got
for the primary, yeah.
Yep. You're on 1, so you get 5 points already.
No, it doesn't count for turn 1. It says it does. Yeah, it's for second, third, or fourth.
Yeah. So basically, guys, the moment he's got a lot of points, but they don't count until the end of the next stem.
Oh, dang it! I accidentally moved that. I thought you were gonna lock these. Dang it!
I did lock it.
All right, I'll lock this one then. AR1's there. It's communication center. That needs to be locked. And hopefully, yeah, Aegis defense line, they're just for cover. Oh, I saw the lock that too.
Yep, there we go. Alright. Yeah, so basically guys, he can't score the first turn, I can't score the first turn unless certain things happen.
Yep, and let's get these rocks out of the way, because they're technically not cover. We just use them to figure out a deployment line, which might be important since I can get shot at here if I try to grab objectives or something. So what do I need for a secondary objective? Investigate signals, so I have to be wholly within. At the end of the turn, each corner of the battlefield that has one or more of these selected units wholly within 9 inches of it. So I have to be within 9 inches of a corner. So what's going to distinguish the corner? Is it just the middle line? Or the middle of the map?
Yeah, the middle of the map.
So in theory, I already got 2 corners set. It's going to be tricky to get the third corner because, yeah, I don't even think I have the mobility for it. Alright. So Guardian Defenders are going to move slightly over here. Actually, I have to make sure. They go 7 inches, but just want to make sure. Yeah, this is 6 inches, so yeah, they should be fine there. They basically can move over the entire objective. So we'll just keep that simple. And I have to do an action to investigate, do I?
Yeah. Basically, if you do an action, you forego when you're shooting to do it.
Alright.
Which,
so
to be honest, where you are, I don't think you're going to bother me.
Yep, I'll probably send my Autarch. We're going to have to... Let's see, this 1 is clearly what indicates the middle of the map, so I want to know what's 8 inches from here. Although that's going to be tricky to do. Because the ruler is counting the edge. There we go. So I do have to move at least one of these squads over if I want to shoot, because if I investigate, then they're not going to be able to do anything else. So I think I'll use my Autarch to do that. He's going to move over here.
Yep.
And then let's see if this is even worth it or not. I might just keep him behind there. No, I believe it's 24 inches. They would not be able to shoot there, so...
No. I think you only got a range of 18, haven't you? For your guns.
Well, the shuriken cans are 24. Scatter lasers 36. I'll double check my sheet to make sure. They look like they have the regular shuriken guns, which is 18, but they have the cans, which is 24, so they wouldn't be able to reach you. Alright, Rangers. What do I do with our Rangers?
Cry for Slanish's forgiveness.
Nah, not gonna do that. I'll keep the fire prism in the middle there. And I think I might try and advance with the Dire Avengers. To advance them behind the command center, so let's see. I will use my 4 there for that an automatic 4 result, so that should give me 7 plus 4, so it's 11 inches.
Yep.
Advance basically advancing basically means they're sprinting, so normally they're not allowed to shoot or charge.
But if you have assault weapons, you can still shoot. Which I recall your weapons are assault.
Yep, only 18 inches in that, so they can't really go very far last. And even then, it doesn't look like they're going to do very much. 11 inches doesn't take me very far, sadly. So I'll just hang these guys over here to give them a little bit of cover, I guess, in this case.
Fair enough.
Is that all of them? Alright, that's 10 there. I'll leave the fire prism there for the investigate. And sadly, I cannot investigate over on your side at all. So I think that's my movement there, just about. Although I do have my psychic abilities, which I believe I'm supposed to do those in the command phase. Normally in older editions, that's after movement.
Yeah, but there are some psychic abilities you could do during shooting, if it says in the profile.
Yep, in the case of Guide and Fortune, though, that's done in the command phase, so...
Yeah.
Should have really done them at the beginning, so... The trick is I have to roll a d6 and make sure I don't roll a 1, so... My Farseer on the bike is going to cast Guide, on my bikers there. That's on the objective currently.
Yep.
So anything but a 1. Okay, so they got guides, so they get to reroll their hits.
That's kind of
And
funky, that.
it's got a nice glow to it too. And then fortune, I have fortune, which I don't think I believe that's only 18 inches, so I can't put it on my fire prism. It has to be within 12 inches, so I'm gonna cast fortune on the Dire Avengers in that case there. That's so long as they're within 12 inches. Oh no, they're not, so I'll put it on the fire prism.
Yep. Oh, so you don't blow your brains out?
I don't blow my brains out.
Oh, uh-oh.
I got Ghost Helm. I don't take more wounds. Farseers and Aeldari in general don't take more wounds when they roll a 1. Unlike you who blow your brains out.
Thankfully, my spells are a little funky, which is it's thousands are weird. I mean, when I was reading them up, they're weird. Their rules.
They are a different one, but apparently they are a pretty decent squad there, at least when you have the Terminators or the Rubric or Scare Occult Terminators.
Oh yeah, I mean, the thing is though, guys, I wanted to bring the Rubric Terminators, but the cost was just too much. They weren't worth it. Basically, guys, I had to sacrifice the Mortar Fiend to bring in Terminators.
Yeah. Oh well, it's a learning experience, especially me since I only played a handful of games recently, and that was in 9th edition. Really, when I played most of 40k was back in 5th edition, I believe it was. So I'm trying to get used to all these new rules, because back then we didn't have stratagems, we didn't have things refined, or at least set like advancing and all that.
No. And for me, I've been around 40k since 2nd ed.
Oh yeah. But otherwise, that's my movement there, so I'm all done with that.
Yeah, so, yeah, guys, I'm a very old veteran.
Yep, and I believe my shooting will be nice and simple here. The fire prism on the left's going to investigate, so it can't shoot. I think it's a little more fair, because I think I have enough firepower to mutilate your beast, but that might not be exciting if we destroy your big heavy hitters that can actually contest these things too quick. But let's see, Altark is doing investigate signals as well. And then the bikers can actually shoot. I don't think they can shoot the Demon Prince, so they're going to shoot your Rubric Marines with their shuriken cannons.
Okay.
So 9 shots there.
You're hitting on 3, is that correct?
Hitting on 3s, and I can reroll the hit thanks to guide.
And this is why, guys, nobody likes Eldar.
It's only 9 dice. How many shots you get? 2 for each one of those Rubric Marines?
If I stay still, or even 12.
Well, you don't have rapid fire. You just straight up shoot at 24 inches. That rapid fire rule is gone. It just gives you extra dice if you have it.
Let's see, Inferno Bolts. No, we just 2 attacks each.
Sounds like someone's just insulted themselves there, since that's what? 18-inch dice, and that's not even including your assault cannon.
No, it's not cannon. It's a psychic screamer gun.
Alright, either way, I have 9 shots here, and due to my detachment rule, I can reroll 1 dice even before the guide, but I'm probably going to do that for my wound instead.
Alright.
So I have 2 6s, and that's important because these also have sustained hits, so I would technically get an extra 2 dice for that. And I get to reroll because of guide. 3's hit, though. Alright, so all of them hit plus 2 more dice. And I believe they're strength 6.
Yep. I am toughness 4.
Alright, so 3's. Actually, let me check. Do they have anything else, or is it just sustain? Yeah, sustain hits, so there's no other rules besides them obliterating you. Oh wait, you're not an objective, are you? No, you're not.
No.
I get bonus. And that was just for my the hit dice, so that wasn't all that exciting. Alright, so 3's, and I can reroll one of these due to my detachment rule. So reroll one of them.
Yep.
What do we get? Nope. So I think I
So,
missed 4.
Yep. So I get 6 dice.
They're damage
7.
2.
Yep.
AP 1, so 4s, I believe.
Yep.
Alright, so 3 of them bite the dust. Although they kind of already are dust.
Yep.
Alright, so that's all good.
Okay.
Alright, so what else? I don't think my star can... Well, my star can is 36 inches, but I don't think it's in range of anything.
Nope.
Just barely out of range, so you're safe there. And let's see, Rangers cannot shoot anything. Farseer and all that's our squad. Although my second fire prism with its link fire rule is able to use my second fire prism as for line of sight purposes. So it can shoot from the second one there. So it's going to attempt to shoot your Vortex Beast.
Alright.
So this is where the real fun kicks in. So the main focus lance, so it's hitting on 3s, and I get to reroll both the hit dice, at least for the fire prism. Or the prism cannon. I can't fire with the shuriken cannon because it doesn't benefit from the linked fire.
So how many shots do you get with a fire prism?
Let's see. So both of them hit there. And due to the attachment rule, and it also having a special rule, I can reroll the wound rolls there. So both of them in this case. So what's your toughness there?
My Morlephine's toughness is 10.
Alright, so I need 3, so I will re-roll that 2 in that case. Alright, so both of them hit, and that is AP 4.
Jeez,
So
thank God I've got Invuln Save 5+.
Alright, see if you could save one of them. It's just flat 6 damage if you fail them.
Oh, come on.
Is it worth command reroll? Or anything else that you have? Or Cabal points, maybe? I don't know if you have any.
Yeah, I've got Cabal points. I'll
Is there
use
anything?
2 to reroll one of my dice.
Alright then.
Dead.
Is it dead?
Yep, I've only got 10. I've only got
It's got 13 wounds. It has 1 wound left.
Yep. Jesus Christ.
It's 6 damage each there, so it's still alive.
And you wonder why they are so broken and they're getting nerfed heavily in the next edition. Next update.
Don't worry, we'll get to see just how quickly these things my troops get to die. Tanks might live because you don't really have much anti-tank fire besides that beast.
I made a mistake here.
Oh.
I feel no pain as well. So I get...
Okay, so you get 12 feel no pain dice for, what is it, 5 or 6s?
5s.
Good chance to shrug some of that off. And I think the big kicker here is if you can block 3, maybe 4 of them, then you don't get penalized on your ballistic skill.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yep, so if you could block 4 of them, you're basically unhindered on the crack back or the shot back.
Ooh.
Oh, you blocked 5 of them.
Yeah, 5 blocked.
Alright, so that's 7 damage, I believe, total.
Yep. So I need to borrow 2 dice.
Yep. Keep track of that there, and you're not suffering from the wound result. So you're still hitting on 3s or 4s or whatever its ballistic skill is. Alright, otherwise, I think that's all my shooting I can do there. Star can't shoot. I did some decent damage to your beast. And there's definitely no way I could charge you, so that's the end of my turn there.
Yep. So I'm actually down to 6. Jesus, this is why I hate these beasties. Alright. First off, got to do a battle shock test on these guys.
No, they have to be below half. You only lost 3.
Yeah.
Battle shock only matters when they're at below half. It specifically states.
Yep. Alright, time to flip my cards.
Cleanse.
In your shooting phase, you can select one or more units from your army that are not battle shocked or eligible to shoot. Until the end of your turn, units selected are not eligible to shoot or declare charges. Oh god, it's the same as one you got?
Oh yeah, but in this case I forgot to add in my score, so I scanned 2 corners, so that's 4 points I believe for investigate signals. And then I have a point in, I have my headquarters and 1 objective in the middle, so I get 5 points for that. I think.
Let's have a look. I have also storm hostile objective. At the end of your turn, either. So basically, I've got. I think the same one you've got, isn't it?
Nope, that was, you can't pitch, oh, that was the one I drew, but you're not allowed to have it on the first turn, is it? I'm gonna have to double check. Yeah, this cannot be achieved in the first battle round, so you just draw a new one. And then you shuffle it back in after.
Secure no man's land. If you control 2 or more objective markers in no man's land, this secretary mission. Okay, so no man's land for us is 3, 5, and 1.
3, 1, 5, yep. So you need to get V on 2 of them, I believe, or at least controlling 2 of them.
Yep. Okay. And for my control, now I activate my powers of sorcery. I'm gonna give my guys lethal wounds.
Lethal hits. So anytime you roll 6 to hits there, which was the first dice for those attacks basically that I did earlier, they automatically, you don't even have to roll the wound, they just automatically go, you still automatically have to roll armor to save against it.
Yep, so these guys, oh, why have I got centimeters? I wanted in inches. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, there's a button there to either change a grid, inches, or otherwise.
So they'll get there, so.
Oh, they go 5 inches, is it?
Yep, so they'll be there.
Alright. You are just on the cusp of it, and there's no way I can contest it, so I'm fine with that. Just rearrange them as you wish so they're not looking silly on the barricade.
Moving that back a bit. There we go.
Yep, just don't get in front of my ruler there, because this one guy is a bit ahead, I think.
Which one?
Yeah, because where my ruler is... Yeah, where my ruler is basically the end of your movement, so he's a little... so you...
Right here?
Yep, that should be fine. It's just those 2... You'll just have to select those 2 individual ones, maybe, or move the Aegis.
Yep. Right, and my Vortex Beast, how far can you move? 10.
10, I believe.
Yep.
And don't forget about any Cabal points that you could possibly use, because I think you only get them for this turn. You can't stockpile them.
Yeah, but I've already used... I can only use one of a Cabal trick.
Yep, I don't know what they are, though. I'm just trying to remind you that you have, what, 5 points currently? 7 with your starting army, basically.
Right, you can go 10, so I can put you up to here. Right. Back. There we go.
Oh, I should probably have the ruler out to make it easier for you to move in that case. So just let me know who you plan to move next, that's all.
It'll be the demon. He's movement 11. He's got flight.
Yep. The main thing to keep in mind with flying, like my jet bike's that, you have to measure for the elevation. You go up and over buildings as well now. That's kind of the new thing. So it's not just horizontal, so... I don't know where exactly you wish to go.
Well, I can't make it to 1 because... I'm going to go towards 5. So I got 11...
Yeah, that's basically ignoring the building, basically.
Yep.
Yep, I think that's too much. That was at the edge of the base, basically, with how this works. Yeah, as you can see, that line basically starts at the edge of your base, so just be careful about going over like that.
Yep. Okay, now they'll just keep a hell of 4. Shooting, the Mauler Fiend, what can you do, my good man?
Let's see. Actually, I'm going to do a Phantasm here before you go into shooting. So I'm going to spend a command point to move my Wind Riders 7 inches. to get out of your mean little charge range, which might not mean much.
Not really, because then they're probably going to shoot you down before you...
Yeah, probably.
Right,
But at least
anyhow,
now they have a little bit of cover with the Aegis defense.
Morphine can't shoot anything because that's blocking the way.
Yeah, are you able to hit the fire prism though, or is that too far away? I don't know your range.
Too far away. I'm only range 24.
You've.
These guys...
I don't... Let's see, I think you have a... I don't know about warp time. Would warp time be applicable here, or you can't use it?
We don't have warp time anymore.
It's one of your rituals.
Yeah, but... It's called Temporal Surge, but it doesn't work. It only works if I'm going to... if I'm going within 18 of something that's in a fight range. Which I'm nowhere near.
I thought you had a ritual that allows you to move again there. You just can't charge.
Let's have a look. I think it's called... let me check.
I just don't know if you have enough Cabal points. Because it's a little bit awkward here, could be 1,000 points, because just right off the bat, since he starts with 7 every turn, one of his rituals costs 9.
Yeah, I could use this one called Temporal Surge, so they can move an extra 5 inches. They can shoot, but they can't charge.
Alright, that's kind of what I was wondering. If it's applicable here or not. Is it any unit there, or just the infantry?
It's only within certain distance of the It's gotta be from the Psyker, which thankfully I have a Psyker, which is my sorcerer in the unit. The sorcerers
cast
Psykers.
Yeah, I just don't know if the Vortex Beast could potentially get moved closer to my Fire Prism if you can use the Temple Surge on it.
Let's have a look.
Because you're relatively close to a sorcerer, so I don't know if it's like a range thing, or it has to be a sorcerer in the squad.
It's going in 18, but it has to have the keyword Thousand Suns, and it doesn't have the keyword.
Alright, it's just a mean old demon.
Yep.
Oh,
it's a demon.
Well, it has the faction keyword Thousand Suns. Is that what it's referring to?
It's gotta have the it's gotta have the keyword.
Yeah, your Vortex Beast does have the Thousand Suns faction keyword, which I don't know if that's the key.
Yeah, that's the key. Yeah. So I'll move him forward. I can move forward another 10.
All right then.
So that will put me to here.
Now we're gonna see me regretting that decision, because you still already have a sorcerer on the objective, so it's not like you're forfeiting it. Unless warp time's applicable for the objective, secondary objective, I'll let you decide.
No, it wouldn't matter, because even the Demon Prince gets there, he won't be able to use his full power. You know what I mean?
All right.
Right. Anyhow, shooting. Let's see. Am I in range with my guys against your Wind Riders? I am indeed. Right. I'm going to use stratagem. So get back to arrow. I'm going to use enclosed infusion.
Yep.
So
How many?
Shooting phase.
Is it just one command point you have, or do you have 2? How many command points you get a turn? Because, like I said earlier, my altar gives me an extra.
I get 2 to start with.
Do you? Oh, is the Demon Prince give you an extra 1?
No, he doesn't.
Well, how are you getting the second one then? Because we get 1 normally.
At the beginning of every command phase, we get 1.
Yeah, so where's the second one then? That's why I'm wondering. I just want to make sure you have the right amount of command points.
Yeah, I don't.
You said you had 2, right?
Yeah, that's what we start with. Each of 1,000 points, we start with 2 command points, then we gain them as we go.
No, I thought we start with 0 to begin with.
Well, I'm going to use 1 anyway to use this bolter ability on this squad.
Sounds good. Is that the one for psychic abilities?
Yep, it's the one that it turns all my weapons into psychic for this round of shooting.
Alright, I'm going to use lightning reflexes there. That'll burn my command points. That'll make it so you have -1 to hit there. Let me find lightning fast reactions. So -1 to your hit rolls, basically, if you for anyone shooting at that unit for the rest of the turn. At least this phase, rather.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10 shots from them, hitting on 4s. It will be freeze, but because of that ability.
Oh, 1 cock there.
No,
Yep, just deselect them.
okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
4 hits. And you still have an
These are
assault cannon.
Yeah, but these are now strength 5.
Yep, I'm only toughness 4, so 3's to wound.
Yep. That's
And-
2 wounds.
Oh, I'm curious. They turn them into psychics. So did you benefit from lethal hits at all? Any 6s for?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you got at least 1 6, was it, for the hit roll? I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember. All right,
There
so
was 2
one
6s.
so one of those dice is automatically hit. So did you want to re-roll that with just 3 or?
Yep. Yeah, I'll reroll 3.
Yeah, because one of them technically already wounded, so you didn't need to roll for it. I know you got. Oh, I know you got at least one of them to hit, so we'll say 2 of them wound. All right.
Yeah. Yep. So
All
2
right.
wounds at minus. Let's see. Here we go. Inferno bolt gun. -1. 1 damage a shot.
All right. And would you say they have cover from the Aegis there? At least 1.5 maybe is behind it. So would you say they have cover?
Let's have a look.
Because I believe only part of the unit needs to be behind cover for the unit to have cover. I think.
No,
So I'll
the
let
way
you
the way the cover works now is if I could see clear shots, I get the clear units. It's the one to cover, I won't get a clean shot. You have to take it on the clean units first.
We'll go with it there.
Yep. So
All right. So I succeed 1 there. Believe because -1 they had 3+ armor, so I take 1 wound there, and they have 2 hit
Yep.
points.
yep. And now me rotator cannon. He gets 6 shots.
All right. Still -1 to hit. Keep that in mind.
Yep.
Ooh, that's better.
Now I'm gonna
Alright.
check something. Does my thing work on the rotor cannon?
No, it does. They're not psychic.
Nope. It doesn't work on the. No, it was just because of me thing, me infusion. I was checking to see what weapons used it. Bolters.
Yeah,
Combos. Yep.
just bolt guns.
Yep. So, okay. So 5 hits. Strength 6.
Yep. So still 3s.
Ooh.
Very nice. And what's the AP on that?
1 damage.
All right, 1 damage. So was it all 5 of these then?
Yep. All 5 of them.
4s. All right,
that's
so
one
1
dead.
dies and 1 wound.
Yep.
Actually,
And
I'll
my
take the one
source-
aside.
My sorcerer. What do you got? Yep. He's got a pistol, but he's nowhere near in range, so we ignore that. Next is the Demon Prince. He has Inferno Cannon.
What's the range on there? He might still be able to hit the bikes.
24, yeah, he's in range.
Yep. Go ahead then.
So he gets 6 at shots. That thing's still in effect, is it your
Yep. For the entire shooting phase.
Yep. So I need freeze to hit. Normally I would need 2s. Jesus.
Very nice. Any special
Hang
rolls
on.
on that? Are they psychic?
It is not. Oh, it's just a Inferno Cannon. Basically, I'm firing fire out of my face.
All right.
Weird, I know. Weird, I know, but. Oh, hang
So
on.
it's 3 swoon. What?
Oh, it's the ability he has, but it's no effect yet. Doesn't affect yet. was looking at Scorching Fire, but it's not there yet. Anyway, Strength 5.
All right then.
So freeze. Okay, so that's 4 wounds at -1, but 2 damage a pop.
How many was it?
4 wounds, -1 AP, 2 damage a pop.
All right. So if I fail 2 of these, they're dead. 4s.
Yeah. You die.
Or do I? Or no, I wouldn't get cover still, even with the one missing.
Mhm.
All right. So they're both dead then.
Yep. Now, normally in the old rules, this would have been classed as first blood, but that doesn't exist anymore.
All right, they're dead.
I do find that weird now that like first blood and all that's been taken away. You know what I mean?
No, if the focus is on the objectives after all.
Yeah, true. Now the Mauler Fiend, you could see this fire prism monstrosity.
What are you gonna do about it, though?
Well, I'm gonna fire my lasers.
Go ahead and fire your lasers.
Yep. So it's a beam attack. It's 1 dice only. Being free to hit.
Yep, but sadly you have no way to reroll that, do you? Because you burned the command point.
Yeah. No choice though in the process. Let's be honest.
Let's see what it does. You hit, and I'm toughness 9 versus your
strength
18.
18.
So 2.
Yep. Jesus, that's a powerful breath, isn't it?
It's coming from the vortex riff on its back.
Yep. Wounds at AP -4, but I think you got a special save, don't you?
Let's see. I don't have involve, I believe, on this, but you said it was 4, so yeah, that would goes right through my armor in that case.
Yep. So I get 6 plus D6 damage.
All right then.
That's
So
9
9?
damage. Oh, that thing just took a rip off.
Yep, I have 3 wounds left there.
And
remember, folks, he was the one complaining about my fire prisms earlier. He did more damage.
Yeah, but he's about to die in a second.
Yep, I will happily return the favor.
So basically, you're on the damage wounds roll now. Is that correct? For that one?
Yep, -1.
Oh, at least that will make it hard for you to hit me. Okay, that is all I can do. So, no charge. I can't charge anything because, well, the one I shot is too far for me to charge.
Alright, what about secondary objectives? Did you manage to complete any of them? Or did you want to do the cleanse on anyone before the end of your shooting phase?
Yeah, I'll use cleanse on this group here in the back.
Oh, it has to be not be within your deployment zone, so you can only do number 3. It looks like.
Yeah, I'll cleanse that since I can shoot. So
how many points do you get for that?
1. I get 1 agenda marker cleanse equals 2 victory points.
No, it's on the bottom. You get 3 victory points for 1 marker cleanse if you're using tactical, which we're doing. Fix would be we would be using those secondary missions the entire game. So you get 3.
3 points for secondary.
And secure no man's land. You do not have 2 objective markers in no man's land, sadly.
No, nowhere near.
So I believe this prompts an opportunity. Do you wish to discard that and gain a command point at the end of your turn? I think you can only do that once per game, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So.
All right.
So I've got 3 points so far.
Yep, and you get 1 command point for that if you haven't already.
Yeah, I've already done it. I'm just gonna flip and shuffle this deck. Gotta do that. There we go. And
Perfect.
it's your turn, buddy.
Alright, so now we start calculating for the primary objectives. So I get 5 points for 1 in my main base. Let's see. I still have the objective with the Guardian Defenders, so I get another Strands of Fate dice. So I get a 5 this time.
Not bad.
Alright, so let's start. See about killing things.
Yep. Unfortunately, my cabal points are back up to 7, so... But I really do... I want to keep the 7, but I had no choice earlier because I had to try and re-roll my way out of getting killed.
Yep, you get your Cabal points back there. And I don't think I can get the shot I want there very easily, so I was hoping to maybe shoot the Demon Prince without risking me killed, but... Oh yeah, I have to draw my objectives. Let's not forget about that. So objective number 1. Deploy teleport homers. In your shooting phase, you can select one unit from your army that is not battle shocked and is eligible to shoot. Until the end of your turn, that unit cannot shoot or charge. At the end of your turn, if that unit is within your opponent's deployment zone or within 6 inches of center of the battlefield, it deploys a teleport homer. Alright, so within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield, which basically is the one objective almost.
Yeah, which I believe your rangers are closest to.
Yep, they can't get on the objective, but they would definitely meet the 6-inch criteria, I think, there.
Yep.
And then based on if I have it in your deployment zone or in the center of the map, I get a different amount of points. And then otherwise, the second objective is engage on all fronts. So it's similar to the last one I did there.
Yeah.
So yeah, my army has to be wholly within 3 or more different table cores at least.
I think you're almost there on that. You've got 1 in 1/4, that one in another quarter. You just need to get somewhere down here.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that though, alas.
You can. It means, yeah, that fire prison might not be able to shoot, but you'll get there.
Well, that's the only problem. Yeah, not this turn at least, because I believe it only has like 16 inches or so movement. It has to be wholly within that corner.
I think you can turbo boost, can't you?
No turbo boost, just 14-inch movement.
Fair enough.
You're getting your rules confused. Turbo boost hasn't been a thing for a while.
Oh, they just call it now extra movement kind of thing. Roll a dice and move extra. You know what I mean?
Yep, because before in your older editions, basically everything moves 6 or 12 inches, with special rules to allow them to do different things. So Rangers are going to move on in here. To try and meet that criteria. Actually, I might just advance them to... Do I advance them to get on the objective? I don't have anything for the objective anyway, do I? Not really.
Yeah, but if you advance them, then they can't do the teleport thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it has to be eligible to shoot or charge. Yeah, that's fair. So they could... So yeah, I'm just going to do a regular move that'll meet within the 6-inch criteria because the objective itself is 3 inches long from the center.
Yeah.
So they very easily meet that criteria. I think I'm going to burn... Okay, I'm gonna do an advance on my Dire Avengers, and in this case, I'm gonna use my Farseer's special ability, since he's within 12 inches, to automatically make this 1 into a 6. Yep. So they get to advance, move the full 13 inches with the advance.
So you're using your fate dice.
Yep, one of my fate dice. I could do only 1 fate dice a phase. So I have 11 inches, so I have enough room to get most of them.
I gotta teach you 30k when we get the chance if I can find the models.
Sounds like a plan there.
Trust it, you'll love 30k. I mean, okay, you're not gonna be able to use your Eldar, but you've got the option of Knights, Marines, of any Legion, or Demons, or Astra Militarum.
Yeah, it could be fun there. Let's see, Altark, what do I do with you? Oh yeah, because I gained 2 command points this turn.
Yep.
Since my Altark's still on the field. And what do I do with the bikes? I'm trying to figure out where I want to put them. Actually, before I do this, I should be measuring the distance. That probably is more important because I don't know just to know how much range I have, and I believe they have 16 or 18 inch movement. Let me just double check that. Nope, 14 inches. Okay, I apologize there. But
Yep.
they can very easily get on the objective as well and be in front to kind of screen. Probably going to get them killed, but they can get in front.
I've just noticed the Dean Prince has a unique ability, but because of the secondary objective, I'm not going to use it.
Oh, yeah?
It's called Aphomis, which means I'm allowed in your movement phase to disappear, but I
At
have
the-
to come. But I can.
Yeah, is
but
it
you've
the
got that
end of
free
my-
plus thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's reserve thing, and I think it's at the end of my actual turn, kind of like my Grey Knights. Let me just find that again.
Yeah.
Let's see, is it each stride at the end of... Yeah, at the end of your opponent's turn. It comes back at the end of your movement phase next turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
But I don't want to do that. But I don't want to do that because I wouldn't need any roll of free to bring him back because of the thing that's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, he's in the reinforcement step, but I don't know if that technically considers him as being in reserve, which the mission rule states reserve can't come until turn 3. So that's something we'll have to look into.
Yeah.
And then otherwise, I got, what, 14 inches on the fire prism, so it's going to move on up. Let me make sure it's on the base proper. Actually, this is not like the... This is not measuring from the actual model itself, so this will be a little tricky.
Yeah. It'll be right there. Yeah.
Alright, just leave that hand there. Because sadly it's not as convenient with the bases and all that. Somewhere roughly around there. Alright, then this fire prism will try and futilely try to live. Because its movement isn't actually hindered despite the damage it took, it's just harder to hit things with, so... Right there just on the cusp of the Aegis. There. And do I want to move anything else? Altark, what do I do with you? Yeah, you just hide behind the building there. You're giving me command points. That's probably the best use for you.
The only problem with this with the board is like you can't like balance them on top of like the models easy, isn't it?
Yep, and I'm just going to move the Guardians up, or more specifically the weapon platform bit, to start shooting at the Rubric Marines across there, because we know they were just barely out of range before.
Yep.
Alright, that should be the end of my movement there.
And here comes the firepower.
Oh, let's see, I have my guide and all that too. Can't forget about all that crap, so I'm going to attempt to cast guide on my Dire Avengers, since my Farseer is literally right next to him. So
Yep.
no ones. And I don't think I can reroll this. Okay, succeeds. And I think I had... Oh no, I failed the fortune on the fire prism. That's why I
Yeah.
didn't have the token. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to attempt again the fortune to hopefully help me stay alive.
Yeah, you should be
Well,
fine.
it lived.
I mean, you're not gonna roll second one.
It can happen. There, so
That's
it's
true.
fortune. That's basically a 5-up feel no pain. Oh no, it's -1 to wound, sorry. So your wound rolls are -1 to hit.
I mean, -1 to wound you.
Yeah, -1 to wound there. So,
Yeah.
okay, shooting phase. So Rangers are going to deploy Teleport Homer in the middle there. So that should give me whatever. I'll have to read that at the end of the turn to see how many points I get. I think it's 3.
Yeah. I think
Sally-
it is free.
Sadly, can't get engaged on all fronts just yet, but let's attempt shooting. So the wounded fire prism's going to attempt to shoot your Vortex Beast first. See if I'm lucky enough to get it killed. I'm hitting on 4s, alas.
Yep. So one shot.
I do get rerolls though.
Mm-hmm.
So reroll a 2. Alright, both of them hit. And I believe it was 3s, was it?
Yeah, it was freeze.
Alright, rerolling these. Let's see if we could kill this cursed thing. Nope.
Nope.
So that's 6
So-
damage there unless you make it evolve.
Yep. 5-up involve.
Nope. That's 6 feel no pain rolls. And how much? You
Yeah.
have and I believe you have 6 left
6
to you.
wound. Yeah.
So it'll probably live.
Hopefully. Nope.
Wow. It's out of here. Does it explode or does it have a rule for that?
Yeah, it does deadly explosion. It's D6, but no one is going to get hit from that.
Yeah, it's within 6 inches, so don't think anyone is. Nope, we're
Yeah.
fine.
You complain about me, and yet you've got a nasty one like that.
Don't worry, it's gonna get worse from here. Because now I'm free to have the second fire prism shoot the rubrics. Although, sadly, I think you're still gonna get the objective for next turn, which will suck.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna use its second fire mode, the Disperse Pulse, which is 2... It is a blast weapon, so I get 1 dice for each 5 models in the unit, I believe.
Yeah. Which is
So, is that full
2?
10?
Yeah,
Alright,
full 10.
so it's 2d6 plus the 2 then.
Yeah.
How many shots? 5, 6, 7 dice. So you're definitely getting the objective, or...
Yep. See, AP 1, okay? 2 damage a
Well,
pop.
I
Okay.
still have... Yep, I still have to roll the hit, though. And I can't... Yeah, I can only reroll 2 of these dices for hits and wounds.
Yep.
Still on 3, strength 6.
Yep.
Alright, so rolling these 2. There we go, so I miss with 2. And I get to reroll 2 of these wound rolls.
Yep.
3, so reroll the 1. And it's, yep, so 4 armor saves, AP 2, I believe. Let me double check. AP 1. AP 1.
But for 2 damage.
So 4s.
Yep.
Alright,
So
so
2 of them. 2 die.
2 are out of here. And I have a shuriken can, but I'm pretty certain I'm not within 24. Close,
Nope.
but not enough. Maybe if I got in closer. Alright, Rangers are doing the teleport homer, and now the real fun over here. What on earth do we shoot at, is the big question. I don't know if I shoot with the Die Avengers first. What's the toughness on your Demon Prince here?
Toughness 9.
Oh, that's gonna be tricky. Wait. Toughness 9, probably not worth shooting at him then. So, Dire Avengers are going to shoot first onto your rubrics. 18-inch range. Definitely
Yeah,
in
you'd be in
range.
range.
Alright, there is 10 of them, plus the Exarch has 2 of those Dire Avenger shuriken launchers. So that should be a grand total of 33, I think. 3 shots each.
Yep.
The ever dreadful Dire Avengers. This will be fun, hopefully. So to make this simple, I'm just going to get rid of all these dice and spawn 30 more. This might be loud, so just give you a warning now. Okay, that wasn't so bad.
No, it's when you reroll all of them, that's when it's going to get loud.
Yep. I'll get to reroll all of them for the hit too, thanks to Guide. 3s. So I think I only failed like 5 of them, did I? That was pretty damn good. More 3s. Okay, every single one. Good God. 33 hits? And they're strength 4, so it's, what, 4s?
Toughness 4s, yeah.
And I get to reroll only one of these due to my detachment. Nope. So let's get rid of all the dice we don't want.
Yeah, this will take a while, guys, so bear with us for a moment. Yeah, there's one there, and one there, and one there, and one there. Okay, that's it. So how many am I rolling?
4, 8, 12, 14 armor saves. 1 damage each at AP 1, I believe.
AP 1 on J. Yeah, AP 1, yeah.
I forgot they were lethal hits, but this is still a lot of wounds.
Yep. Whoops.
4s.
Jesus, right.
1, 2,
2,
3, at least 3 dead, I think.
2, 3, 4 dead. 4 dead and 1 wounded.
Alright. I will take that. Alright, next up the shuriken cannons, the wind riders. What do we have? We have the catapults, they're strength 6. They could possibly do damage to the prince. What about the Farseer? I'm not familiar with the Farseer here. Let's see. Yeah, I might as well finish off those Rubric Marines there. I'm gonna have this 3 Wind Rider. Yeah, I'm gonna have everyone shoot the Rubric Marines, I guess. They do not have guide, but still 9 attacks for the shuriken cannons alone. So there's my 9. Roll them up for 3s. Rerolling a single miss. Alright, so I believe I missed with 3.
Yep.
Good, good. And 3s to wound due to strength 6.
Yep.
Rerolling a single one of these. Alright, so 4 armor saves at AP1.
Yep.
Alright, one
Only
more
one
dies.
died.
Yep. And he takes both points of damage, so not one of them is wounded at the moment because of that.
Yep.
And now the Farseer gets to shoot. Let's see, we have the sing. I'm trying to remember what I have for my actual Farseer. Do I have the Singing Spear? No, I think I have just the sword. So just Eldritch Storm and the Shuriken Pistol we will do shots with. So first, actually, am I within 12? Because the pistol's 12 inches. Nope.
Nope.
Alright, so we're just going to do our Eldritch Storm then. It's a blast, which no longer is applicable here, sadly, but D6 attacks.
Yep.
D6.
2.
Only 2? And is that hit on 2s or 3s? 3s. Rerolling the... technically he's still in the squad, so I don't think I can reroll.
Nope.
Alright, think of it. Alright, so 1 hit. And strength 6, I believe, to wound. Alright, so AP on this thing is AP2. So you're on 5s.
Yep, which is my invulnerable save. Saved it.
There you make it. Congratulations.
Somehow. Right, are you done shooting them? Because I gotta do a battle shot test for these guys.
Yep, that's in your command phase, though. But I
Alright.
think that's all my shooting. These guys could charge, but I don't think that's really worth it, because you could do a heroic intervention with your Demon Prince, and I don't like that.
Yeah, he might want to have a word with you.
Yep, this is really important to know for your next turn coming up. I could fire Overwatch after your movement phase, and the Dire Avengers are really good at Overwatch. They are on the objective, so they would hit on 4s. 5s any other time if I use this stratagem on them.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind how you want to plan it. But let's see, scoring objectives. I did do the teleport homer. So I'm trying to...
Yeah.
I get 3 victory points if using tactical. So we are doing tactical, so I get 3 points for that.
Yep.
And I did not meet engage on all fronts, but I am going to do my one-time discard to gain a command point for that.
Okay.
Alright there.
So it's my turn?
Yep, you have 2 objectives, so feel free to grab 10 points there.
Yep. Do me cards before I do a battle shock, because... Storm hostile deck. I've got that again. I shuffled the damn deck.
Yep, it's in there. But at least now you can't get rid of it, so...
And this one... At the end of the turn, you control 1 more objective markers in your opponent's deployment. Okay, that's kind of going to be hard to do. Right.
In your opponent's
Next.
deployment zone, yeah. Although I believe you can burn a command point if you wish for the one-time receive new orders to discard and draw a new one. Of one of them, I think.
Yeah, but I'm going to save that for now because I might need those command points for other things.
Alright.
Anyhow, roll to see I don't suffer battle shock with that unit.
Yep. Let's see, what do we get? Say roll
they power
low.
shocked.
So basically, they cannot control objectives, and you cannot use stratagems for this turn.
But then
At least
once,
on
yeah.
the rubrics.
Okay, time to get moving.
Yep, how do you wish to move?
So, fly into there.
Alright then.
I may not be able to claim, but I could sure as hell move up and try and cause some damage.
Yep, let me see. Is that just bare? Well,
That just puts me
outside there, or
just in, but he's the only one that's in, so that's gonna be a problem.
alright then.
These guys will just shuffle up there just to make sure they get a hold of that. They're staying where they are because, well, one, why would I want to give up 5 points?
Beats me.
Right. Anyhow, shooting.
Okay, so first up, I'm going to use Phantasm here to move 7 inches for the Farseer squad. So, what's their 7 inch looking like? Probably not
won't get-
pretty.
Nope.
Alright, so let's see where 7 inches is for the Farseer then. So we'll just move up here away, if only slightly, from the Demon Prince. Making sure I'm on the objective. I just gotta make sure where 7 inches is for the Farseer to make sure that's accurate, so... Might not mean much, but...
So does that cost you a point to do that? Like for the phantasm
One
thing?
Yeah, 1 command point, so I'm burning it now.
Alright.
And then I'm going to burn another one for Overwatch. Let's see. Since these guys are probably going to die, we are going to go all out on the Demon Prince. And I'm assuming Guide is still in effect for the entire turn, right?
Yeah, until your next battle phase.
Yep. Yeah, until the start of my next command phase. So they still have it, so
Yeah.
we get to do that all over again, folks. The trick is, let me just delete a bunch of these dice because I'm going to spawn a bunch more just to make it easier.
I take it, who's this on my Demon Prince?
Yep, this will be on the Demon Prince. And since they are on an objective, they are hitting on 4s. And of course, with Guide, I'm re-rolling. And I forgot last time, but they also have lethal hits, so 6s to hit automatically wound you.
Yep. Okay, so remove 1, 2, 3, 6s, I see.
Yep, and now we gotta figure out how many of these are misses.
This will take a while, folks. Give us a minute.
Yeah, Dire Avengers got too many shots. They're too good for their own good, and then they're basically gonna die immediately here.
Those two here. And that one there. Right, so let's get these ones over here for now. There we go.
Perfect. Oop, I see 1-4 here. Hopefully that was not knocked over.
Okay.
Alright, what do we get? Ooh, 4 more 6s. And let's get rid of the rest of these ones that don't count.
There's 3 up here. Right, your strength...
4. So it would be, if you're toughness 9 or 10 or something, it would be...
10. I'm toughness
Yeah.
10, so you need 6s.
Alright, so I'm automatically going to use a Farseer and one of my Strand dice to automatically make one of those a 6.
Yep. So that's 1 gone. That's your 6 gone, I believe.
No, I used a 1 for that.
Alright.
Since my Farseer is within range, and I can only do that once per turn, I believe, for the Farseer's ability.
Yep.
Alright, then these rest I roll, and I need 6s.
Yep. You got 2 more.
2 more, so not too shabby considering they're not really good at monstrous creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All AP1.
Yep, just need a 3+ to get out of this. Normally it'd be a 2, but... Okay, I only lose 4 wounds.
All right, no feel,
Yep.
no pain on him.
No, he's not that powerful.
He is a demon prince. You would be upset if
but-
he wasn't that powerful.
Yeah, look, he doesn't have feel no pain.
All right, you take
So I
your
got-
4 wounds then.
So I'm down to 6.
Fun.
Now it's my turn.
Yep, feel free to start shooting.
Well, first off, I'm going to use a spell. My turn to throw a psychic spell at your face.
All right, what are you gonna do?
And I'm going to use Doom Bolt on your Marcia squad.
All right there, and that provides more wounds, was it?
Right, way Doom Bolt works is I roll 1 dice. If I roll a 1, I just do D3 mortal wounds on you. If I roll a 2 or 5, you suffer D3 plus 3 wounds. If I roll a 6, it is 6 plus D3 wounds.
All right, this is all your Cabal points you're spending for this?
Yep, or 7. 'Cause
All right then.
That's what I was saving it for.
What do we
And
get?
it is a 2, so it's D3 plus 3 wounds. So here's my D3 dice.
All right,
So how many wounds do I do onto this unit?
at least 3. 1, so
4.
4, so 2 are dead.
So, yep, 2 have been butchered. Alright, now as we rotary cannon. 6 attacks. I need freeze to hit.
Still shooting at the Wind Riders, are ya?
Yeah. So, 2 missed. Not too bad. Strength 6, toughness
4.
4 on you. Yep, so freeze.
For the bikes.
That's 3 wounds at -1.
All right, and yeah, none of my bikes or anything is wounded, so, and this is 1 point each, is it?
Yep, indeed it is, sir.
All right, so 4s. All right, so 1 wound, so the bike's still alive.
Yep, and then I could shoot you. My sorcerer with his pistol. It's a crap
Alright.
weapon, but that's all I got.
It's a plasma pistol, though.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm hesitant with the damn thing. If you know what I mean.
Well, you only choose to overcharge if you want. I don't think there's a need to overcharge because it only has
No.
1 hit point left.
Yeah. Roll.
4,
Hits.
so yeah, you hits. And it's still
Strength
tough 4.
Yeah. Strength 7. So I need freeze.
3s. There you go.
Wound you.
AP.
AP of a plasma. It is -2. 1 damage. That's 5 up for you, good sir.
I'll burn one of my strand dice to keep it alive there to auto pass it.
All right.
Oh wait, did
Now-
I? I'm trying. No,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
at the end of the movement for
yeah,
the.
it was in the moment you used that sneaky ability.
Yeah, I'm only allowed to use a strand per phase. So yeah, I saw it for my Overwatch I did in the shooting phase. Nope, it wasn't. It was at the end of your movement.
No. Right,
All right, so automatically block that.
I'm out of range to get your ranges. Right, my demon prince. Time for him to do some shooting.
Yep. It's only 1
He's-
gun though, so who do you want to shoot it at?
It'll be at the your pesky die avengers.
All right, there. That's
6
6 shots. What's his melee attack like for when he possibly charges?
It's the same. He gets you can choose to sweep or strike.
All right then.
But you've got 2 wounds, haven't you, per gentleman, haven't you?
No, only the Exarch has 2 wounds. The
yeah,
sergeant.
Right. So 6 dice. 18 on 2s. 1 missed. Your toughness 3, are you?
Toughness 3, yes.
So 2s, because I'm strength 6. So that's 5 wounds at -2. -1, 2 damage a pop.
Alright then, so 5s, because they're armor 4. They do have a 5-up involve either way.
And
So 3
2 out.
die.
Yep, 3 get beaten up. No one else is in range to do anything, so charges. The Demon Princess is going to charge the Die Avengers. Which you
Alright.
can't watch
Yeah,
a second time.
Well, do we have the card? I'm pretty certain I can't. I'm just wondering how it's worded. I'm pretty certain you can only use this stratagem once per turn, yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
It basically did its damage at max strength.
Yep. So what do I need to get a hold of you?
It's probably a 3 or 4. Yeah, you just need
It's
like a...
3, yeah. So, back to this. I'm getting used to tabletop.
Yep, roll 2d6, and then that'll determine how far you charge. Oh my god,
Oh,
do you want to Do you have a command point to reroll?
that. Damn right. Jesus.
You made that joke about snake eyes earlier. There you
I
go,
didn't-
you definitely make it.
Christ. Crash into there.
Alright, my guys will pile in. Hopefully they don't die horribly.
Do I have anything for combat? Oh, no, I don't.
You're pretty much shooty boys.
I know I have a thing called Destiny of Fate, but it only works against anything that has like a charge, like damage bonus, but we'll leave that to later. But first things first, to business. Right, I'm going to use Sweep.
Yep, and I'm going to use my lightning fast reactions on the Dire Avengers to hopefully help them live a little bit longer. That's the hope, at least.
Yep. Don't forget, they have lethal. He has lethal hits because of my warp thing that's still going on.
Yep, and you did not charge the farce here, so they're technically not in this combat, are they?
No,
Okay,
they're
so...
not in the combat. He's
Alright,
coming out of it.
that's fine, just want to make sure.
Yeah. So let's clear some dice because there's too many dice here.
Yep, feel free to, because we could just spawn them at will, that's not a huge issue. Especially when it's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
And things will definitely go a lot faster as things die, too.
Yep. Okay, hitting on freeze. Oh, good lord! There's some. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4 have automatically wounded you because they're 6s because I'm lethal. These 4 missed. Strength 6 versus toughness 3, so 2s.
That was good.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wounds, no minuses. Straight up your armor save.
Alright, so I have 4s in that case. So they might live. And it's only 1 damage, is it?
Yeah, 1 damage per gentle.
Okay, I was wondering because again the Exarch has 2 wounds. So
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I passed 2 of them,
7.
so 6 die. How many is that total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Exarch is the one who lives. Let me just find him in this mess.
Yep. Well, I think you'll be suffering I think those 2 units are going to be suffering some serious trouble.
Yep, thankfully though, I could use, what is it, Heroic Bravery or even a Strand Dice if I really need to help make that success.
Mm-hmm.
Alright then. So, no other charges you can make? And how about secondary objectives?
He can't make... Well, they couldn't make the charge anyway, could they? The Rubik Marines.
You didn't attempt to charge there, sadly, so might be a little
no,
late
I
for
didn't want
that.
to.
And they
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
have
wouldn't
even...
charged them.
Yeah, they wouldn't have
They
killed the
wouldn't do
Farseer.
much. No, if they wouldn't do much anyway, so there's no point.
Alright then,
Right,
sounds
so-
good. So, secondary
so-
objectives, did you score any? Which, sadly, since they're both related to my headquarters, I don't think you did.
No. Well, actually,
Alright.
the Storm one, if you control one or more objective markers or by your opponent at the start of your turn,
Okay, so
Actually, do I?
this is a big question. Do you have control of 5? Sadly, the rubrics are battle shock, so they do not count here.
It's
And
the
I
Demon Prince.
So what's our objective control? My bike has 2, my Farseer has 2, and the Dire Avenger is 1. So I have a total of 5.
3. Nope, I don't have control.
So that doesn't count there, sadly. That would have counted for the objective.
Yeah. So now it's your turn. Let's see if your guys survive battle shocks.
Yeah, I believe you could still choose to discard those secondary objectives if you wish. You just don't get a command point, I think. I'll have to double check
Yeah.
the ruling.
Yeah, I think I'll discard this one only because that one is just getting to your base. Good freaking luck.
Yeah, really only the Demon Prince could possibly do that, and he can't do it next turn anyway due to the amount of movement required.
Yeah, plus the fact he's in the middle of a war zone at the moment.
Alright, so let's see. I burnt all my command points. I did not keep track of that, but yeah. I phantasmed, I overwatched, and then I also lightning fast. So I have no command points here. And I gained 2 more for the Altark.
Yep, and now you got to see if you guys don't get battle shock in the process.
Or, well, at least the Dire Avenger, the Farseer squad is still at half strength since only 2 of them died. It has to be below half if that counts.
Yep.
So, Dire Avengers. Let's see. Actually, we already know I have more objective control than you, so failing this is not terrible. So I'm not going to use any strands for this.
You're battle shocked.
Yep. And they are not within 12 inches for the buff. Nope, they're not within 12 inches because my Altark gives +1 to that, so he's battle shocked. Again, doesn't matter because I still technically have control of this. And
Yeah,
that's where we tally up. So I get 10 points here.
Yep.
And now, oh yeah, let's keep track of the timer. Turn 3, so now reserves could come in for anyone that matters. First, behind enemy lines, I could potentially do this with my Fire Prism. Well, let's see, at the end of your turn, if 2 or more units from your army, oh boy, it has to be 2, so maybe not, or wholly within your opponent's deployment zone, this secondary objective is achieved and you score 4 points. Actually, it might still be possible, because again, my Farseer.
Yeah, but if you do that, but that means you leave that open for me to take 15, so it's like a case of, are you willing to risk? That's the question.
Hard to say. Unless I just straight up kill your Demon Prince with Fire Prisms.
You have to get out of combat first.
Well, the Farseer is not in combat, and I can shoot monstrous creatures. Yeah, it's actually possible to shoot monstrous creatures that are in melee. And I could just fall, and even then I could just fall back. So
Are you
it's
sure
not a
you
huge
want to fall back?
Yeah, since I'm battle shocked, there is a chance he pretty much dies immediately from the fallback, but that's kind of a new addition to 10th edition. You can shoot monstrous creatures that are in melee. I just still, of course, would need to get vision of them. There is a -1 to hit penalty, I think. Otherwise, behind enemy lines, so basically I need 2 units in your back zone. And what's the R1 cleanse? So this is for objectives, my rangers, and is it just no man's land? Let me just double check. In your shooting phase, you can select 1 or more units, so that's the same as we always read. So at the end of your turn, each objective marker is not within your deployment zone. So rangers can do it, but not the guardian defenders.
Yeah.
And so instead, I may want to cleanse this objective here. I'm curious, what's my Altark's objective control? Just 1.
Yep. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Just gonna have a quick jolt to the toilet while you continue your turn.
Not a problem. Let me just do some quick measurements here. It'll just be me and the chat here, so 14 inches. Let's try and make it quick, though. Thankfully, this will allow me to at least see the Demon Prince. This might be the big winning one. My problem, of course, is the easy way to remember, so I'm not kind of accidentally cheating, as it were, because it's really easy if I can't keep the ruler here to make sure I don't accidentally move my Fire Prism more. So what's an easy way? Just this little gray, that little gray point probably be an easy way to remember. It's at least close enough. Let's just hope it's actually accurate. And I believe it's measured from the hull. The turret doesn't count for the line of sight, I think. And it's on a dice. Which is also on his wound dice. Let's keep that in mind. 3 health left on this thing. Now the tricky part. which is of course going to be a little bit tricky knowing where the actual deployment zone is, if I'm honest. I think it's safe to say I don't actually think I would be in the objective zone, because these 3 points, 3, 1, and 5 are supposed to be in no man's land, so I would not be able to get behind enemy lines with that. Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm just moving my fire prisms around. And we're gonna say hello to your little Thousand Sun boys.
Gotta survive this encounter.
They survived last turn. Oh, I should actually measure these rangers just to make sure 7 inches. They are gonna get on the point without a doubt. Oh, and of course the objective makes it tricky to know where 7 inches is.
7 inches would be there where you are, so...
Okay,
that'll
so
be
just a little
on
bit
the-
past, just a little past the halfway point, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they're on the point. They can do the secondary objective. And we are going to try. Yeah, sadly, I was talking to our viewers as you were at the washroom there. I can't actually get behind enemy lines because my fire prism technically is still not in your deployment zone, I
No.
think.
Yeah, it's not yet, because remember, it's the cross section and you're just out. You need another, I think, 5 more and you would have been in.
Yep, so not quite there for behind enemy lines, but I can possibly keep it for next turn.
Yeah.
Which at least makes it a little bit easier. How much movement does my Altark have?
I think your Tom's got about... I think he's got
14.
like 10 or something. Oh, he's got 14. Yeah, because he's got the wings, isn't he?
Yep, he's got wings, so that helps a lot there. Don't know if I want him to go flying into your Demon Prince, but he could definitely get close. Remains to be seen if this is worth it or not.
We'll find out soon enough.
And bikes, we kind of already deduced I can't complete behind enemy lines, so best I could do is just prepare for that next turn. And hopefully, just be able...
I mean, I see when Grace is now that you've lost your cannon malarkey, so like all those shuriken cannons come in my head.
Yep, they did some decent damage to the Demon Prince, but they weren't likely to kill it. Let's be fair. The Fire Prism, on the other hand, would love to say hello to you.
No, I was referring to your when you shot the rubrics.
Oh yeah. Well, there's still one can left there. Most of them are gone though. Alright, otherwise I think that's all my movement. Oh, I get an extra strands of fate dice because defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, only 3 this
3.
time, sadly. Alright, so on to shooting. And do you have any command points for Overwatch that you wish to do?
Yep, I do. I've got 1 left. How much is for Overwatch? Is it 2 or is it 1?
Just the 1, but unless you have a special rule, unlike my Dire Avengers, you would hit on a 6.
Yeah. So
And anyone
no,
can
I'm not-
shoot.
now I'm
anyone,
gonna save it.
Yeah, anyone can shoot Overwatch. It just has to be within 24 inches and in range, of course.
So no, I'm not gonna do that.
All right then. So shooting is up. First up, the Wounded Fire Prism. I gotta remind myself that's gonna attempt. Can I actually see the Demon Prince? Is
Ooh.
you
That
would have
works.
yeah the tip of the hull can see it, but you would get cover. I could see half it from the hull.
Yeah, I could see half of you as well. So be
You
I'll get
you
cover
would
save.
Yep, you would get cover. So keep that in mind there.
Yep.
So this will be the focus lance, and it is wounded, so 3 or 4s to hit with rerolls.
Yep.
Rerolling this one there. Okay, both of them hit, and strength 18 versus your 10, was it?
10, yeah. So you
So
need 3s.
3s. Rerolling. Okay, both of them hit. AP 4, so I imagine this is your involve.
Yep. Which is involve 4+.
Ooh, very nice. So, If you survive, if you could block one of them, I think. And you have a command reroll if it's needed.
Yep.
Fail 1. Is it worth rerolling, or are you going to take the 6?
Well, 6 will kill me. So I got to.
Oh, is it? Okay, so... Alright,
Yep.
take the reroll.
Damn it.
Sadly, he's gone there.
Yep. So he goes boom.
Oh, on a 6. Do you roll 6? Unless you'll need a 6
Says-
for the explosion
says-
anyway.
It says Deadly Demise D3.
Yeah, that's how many mortal wounds it does, but the special rule for Deadly Demise is you still have to roll a 6 for it to explosion. And you got it. So everyone takes how many mortal wounds, which also probably includes your rubrics, keep in mind.
Well, I gotta see how far it goes first.
It's 6 inches always.
Let's see how far. See who gets caught in this.
Yeah, it's always 6 inches from what I understand. So it's your rubrics, my Farseer, and of course Altark and Dire Avenger.
Yep, just in. So yep. Okay, so first off, the Autark. I know he's already taken a wound, hasn't he?
I think they all take the same number. I believe. So I think you're just rolling in general for how many mortal wounds we all take. Again, we'll have to check the special roll to know for certain.
Jeez.
All right, I'll just
Well-
double check that real quickly while.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
see.
check cause
Yeah, so my bike here is dead, I believe, because he was already wounded. I believe that's what that one dice was
Yep.
for.
Mm-hmm.
Exarch takes 1, and the Altark takes 1.
And so does the Farseer.
No, he was part of the unit, so the Wind Rider took the
Aye.
blast for him.
Yep.
But like I said, I'll double check the Deadly Demise there. We'll just, you said the Altark before, so assuming it is like each individual roll, then that will be one more wound for
I'll
him.
check it right now because I've got the rule here. Deadly Demise. What does Deadly Demise do?
Well, it's pretty much like I said already. You roll a 6. If you roll
Yep,
a 6,
here we
it
are.
explodes.
Before removing what you've done. So basically, according to this, when such a model is destroyed, roll 1d6 before removing the plate. Let's see, a model transport, roll any embarker this one, which we don't have. On a 6, each within a 6 suffers a number of mortal wounds that was donated by X. So it's each model. So each one has to be rolled separately.
Is it each one? Each one takes whatever the dice was, so that was D3. I don't think it's... Did it say separate? It just takes that
Yeah,
many
it said-
wounds, which you just rolled.
It's separate for each person, so I've got to do for each one. So he's took one, the guy on the Exarch. Next is
Alright.
your Lord. He takes 1.
Alright.
Bike
the
squad.
Yep. So it's already took one.
He's gone. Bloody hell! I'm
It's-
rolling terrible.
Yeah, what about your rubrics? Don't forget your rubrics.
I'm gonna roll. Watch me get the bloody 3. I'll be ticked.
3. Aw.
One.
So everything is
ev-
as it should be.
Yeah. Okay, that's that.
Even
he goes.
Siege is telling you everyone takes equal damage. You're just reading the rules wrong, clearly.
No, it's just I luck on my part.
Alright, so that was a successful turn that almost backfired spectacularly. Next up, let's start shooting your rubrics. So Dire Avenger, we'll see if the XR can clean up this mess.
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot I already did my shoes. So I'm not going to do Guy Unfortunate, even though because I
Yeah.
need to be doing that command
And-
phase.
And I don't think can he shoot even though he was in combat before the boom?
Well, he's kind of free now, at least. He didn't fall back, so he basically remains stationary there.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, and I believe modifiers, the hit modifiers are always a max of -1, 2, I think. So
Yeah.
I would not have been hindered anyway because he was already wounded.
Yep.
The fire prism, I'm saying.
Yep.
Alright, so 3's the hit. I do not have guide this time, but I get to reroll 1 dice still.
Oh.
1 lethal hit there.
Yep.
2 lethal hits.
Ah. And freeze to wound me.
Just 4s, because strength 4.
Alright.
Alright, so 3 armor saves, AP 1.
4 ups.
Alright, so 1 dies.
1 wound.
So the sorcerer's still alive for the Cabal points at least, which I think he already got for his turn.
Yeah.
Well, let's fix that. Time for the Eldritch Storm and the pistol first. Let's just fire the pistol, 2s, see if I could kill you with a pistol of all things.
It's
So that hits.
5s, because you're only strength 3.
I believe the pistol's still strength 4.
Alright.
It's 6 anyway, but let me just double check. Pistol is strength 4.
Okay.
Is it AP 1 or just...
Well, I rolled a 4, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
Yep. So you survive. So Eldritch Storm, D6, strength 6.
Mhm.
So it was
1.
only 1 hit, sadly. So hitting on 3s. I did not use my reroll yet for him. So I hit. So 3s to
freeze
wound.
again.
Alright, so that is AP2, is it? Oh, let me double check. AP2.
So 5 up vulnerable.
You make it. Very nice. And then the Altark, which... it only shows him with the spear, but he could have a pistol or fusion gun, so... It would have been nice. I'll just stick with what I currently have there, which is basically a pistol, even though it's probably the worst. So 6-inch range, he probably can't reach. Yeah, if he had the fusion gun, he would have been able to shoot. So no. No
Yeah.
shots there. Alright, so I forgot about this last turn, but Starcan, can you get some shots in? Yep, 34 inches, you are in range.
Mm-hmm.
So that's only 2 shots there. It's basically a damage to a cannon. So 3's to hit.
Yep. 1
Nope,
hit.
and I can re-roll that, but I'm just trying to remember. Does the heavy rule take effect here? Which basically means if he doesn't move. Nope, no heavy traits, so he doesn't get penalized. He doesn't get affected by heavy, but I do get to re-roll this. Since nothing else shot in this unit. Nope, missed. And I believe that's strength 8, so 2's to wound.
Yep. 2's a wound.
Just double checking. Starcan, strength 8, AP 3.
Yep.
Alright, so AP 3.
Yep, and a 5+ invulnerable to say nope.
Will you say nope though, or will you just get grinded to dust? Again. Nope, he's grinded to dust. Pick
So
your
1 dead.
victim. Alright, so for the Rangers, I think they have to spend their action to do the objective. Okay. So yeah, and sadly my Altark's not on the objective, so he cannot do a cleanse either. So just 1 cleansing for the Rangers in this case. And now my second Fire Prism's going to attempt to shoot the Rubric Marines here. So was that 2d6 was it?
Mhm.
And it's blast, so you're down to 7 was it? So I only get 1 extra dice.
Yeah.
2d6 plus 1. So this is 11 total. I got 10, then the 1 extra.
Yeah.
7, 8. So there's 9. And 11.
Right, hitting on freeze.
3s.
1 missed.
Yep, I have 2 rerolls. I still can reach with the shuriken can whip, but I think I'll burn one of my rerolls on this. I just gotta remember I have 1 more hit reroll. Alright, and that is strength 6, was it?
Yep. So freeze.
3s.
Poof.
Oops, gonna burn both my rerolls here, I guess. Alright, so 3 of them miss. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I believe that's involved, or 5s
Yeah,
anyway. No, it's AP, so you're 4s actually.
1 damage, isn't it?
2 damage, sadly. So each one of those is a dead rubric.
Yep. Ah, you bugger.
Alright, so that's Battle Shock potentially for them, and I still have the Shuriken Cannon. So just 3 shots though. So 3's to hit. Rerolling one of these. And that's a sustain hit, so I get 3. 3 hits for that because I get 1 extra one for the 6. And just 3's. Okay, so this is just AP1, 2 damage.
Oh, Jesus. Another 2
So
die.
two more gone.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, definitely Battle Shock there. I think nothing else could shoot here. That is the end of the turn. So, I cannot get behind enemy lines, but I did get cleansed. That is 3 points for 1 objective marker cleansed.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's 50. So I'm basically at 30 total points, I think.
Yep.
Alright, so your turn there. I think you already got your Cabal points for this round, so I don't think your missing Demon Prince affects that.
Not this turn, but next turn he will.
Yep, so feel free to Doom Bolt whatever you think you need to. But you have 1 sorcerer right there that could do it, because even though he's shaken, well, he's no longer, he should at least, I think he'll automatically free from Battle Shock, but I think you have to roll for it again. But even then, he could still Doom Bolt, I think, because I don't think that limits him.
No, but first things first though. Battle Shock before I can calculate my points. So first off, this sorcerer. He's no longer Battle Shocked.
Yep, he's good.
And the other group. Nope, they're passed. Thank God.
All right, so you have at least the 2 points there, so that's 10 primary for you.
Yep.
And then we'll see if what your secondary is. What do we have?
Flip over, damn you.
No prisoners. So you get 2 points to a max of 5 for each unit you kill. So the Farseer or even my Dire Avenger's up for grabs. There's a question what else you could...
Because I could see him as well.
Yep, but is anyone else but your 1 sorcerer able to shoot all of them? I don't know if your guys in the back are able to do the damage, is what I mean.
No, but they could take on these guys.
Yep, they're only 5 wounds, but they have innate -1 to hit, so keep that in mind when you plan your shots.
Yep. So, first off, we're going to do some movements. He's going to move away to 6 that way. How many wounds do you... Oh, I hate this.
Yeah, it's the structures themselves. They have like invisible boxes, but...
Yeah. You know where I am. I'm in the middle between them, so...
Yep. Although,
so
isn't the sorcerer part of your unit, though? Wouldn't they have to be a
No, you can disengage them. Which he's doing.
Alright. Alright, then.
He's left, but unfortunately he's now open to be killed.
Yep, but he could... Depending on what he has to offer, he could wipe out the Rangers decently well, or at least cripple them. I don't know about your rubrics in the back.
I'm in range, but it's going to be a long shot, you know what I mean?
Yep, but it looks like you have a good chance of at least killing 2 of my units to get 4 victory points. Let me just double check, see if you get bonuses for it being tactical and not fixed.
I think it's...
Yeah, you just get 2 points to a max of 5.
Yeah.
And since we're doing tactical, I believe the second paragraph is mainly for if you're playing fixed missions, that you can get points even like on your opponent's turn if you were to kill someone with Overwatch, for example, or melee.
Yep. Sorcerer.
Yep, and I take it he's still 2 objective control for technically being part of a base rubric squad, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
he's
he's
2
only got 2.
objective control. So pretty much, except for Altark, who's not even on the objective, you would have to kill both of them to actually secure it.
And that's the hard part.
Doable with Doom Bolt and then a shot, or even a charge maybe.
Yeah. Right, no one else is moving. I'm going to use all my Cabal points to Doom Bolt the Farseer.
Alright. Do your Doom
So-
Bolt, and then I will attempt an Overwatch on you after that.
Yeah.
To see if I could kill your Sorcerer.
Right, so I need
Oh no, wait,
We'll
he's
see.
Battle Shocked. I can't do that, did I? So,
Yeah. He's battle shocked.
so Dire Avengers can't do it.
So what type is it?
Aw.
I'm going to use. Oh, yeah, should I reroll it?
Yeah, I don't think Command Reroll works on that unless you have a Cabal ritual that allows you to do it.
No, I don't have that.
Because the Command Reroll, I think, is for the core abilities, like
Yeah.
advanced shooting and all that. Because I don't
Yep,
even think I
so-
can use Command Reroll for, like, Guide, for example.
All right, so come on, give me at least a 3 just to wound him. 2.
So how many wounds was that?
2 wounds. 2 mortal wounds.
Alright then, so I have 3 wounds left on him. He has 5 total.
Yep. Now me shooting. He's gonna shoot at the Avenger X-Arch.
Yep, he has only 1 wound left, so he's an easy kill, possibly.
Yep, so I need Yep, so I need a 1 dice.
One dice, what do we get?
Missed.
Ah,
My God almighty.
did damage, but sadly the sorcerer was found wanting, but you could still charge someone, I guess.
So 24, yep, I'm range with them. Is he in range? Yes,
Yep,
they're
you
all
can
in
shoot
range.
the ranger.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Infernal Bolts. That's 14 shots.
Yep, I think the ranger's dead. Remember, they have innate -1 to hit, so I don't have to burn a stratagem for this.
So I need 4s.
Yep, unless you got something to buff that.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Keep in mind you're bringing a change rule, because you're shooting something while on an objective, I think. Or whatever the rule states.
Oh, hang on. Let's check that actually before we go.
It's on your rubric card.
Ring of Change. Each time this model unit makes a range attack, we will wound a wound of roll of a 1. It's only for rerolls and wounds.
If the target of that attack is within range of an objective marker you do not control. Okay, so if I'm on the objective marker, you get to reroll all wounds.
Yeah.
So not your hits, alas, but still forced to hit.
Yeah.
So 4
Wasn't
was...
too bad. Remove you. Right. And then Strength 4, Toughness 3 are you?
Toughness 3, yeah.
So 3s. Reroll the failed ones because of my ability.
Yep.
It's weird that I'm not used to this whole thing with the objective markers.
Yep. It's pretty important for my Dire Avengers, as you well know, from my Overwatch shot.
Yep. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minus 1. 1 damage a pop. Is it 1 damage a pop?
Yeah,
Yep.
sadly...
1 damage a pop.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know if stealth... Oh, models in this unit have a 5-up involve against range attacks, so I do have an involve here.
Yep. And you're at and you've got 1 wound per gentleman.
Yep, so if I have to save at least 3 to save the squad.
Yep. Nope. Wiped.
Nope, completely wiped. Even a strand dice would not have helped me there. So there's your take no prisoner for first one.
Yep.
Let's see, I don't want to move the objective by accident, so
Don't worry, the objective is locked.
you were saying.
I thought I locked it.
You probably locked in the 1 icon, maybe.
I probably did. Well, we know one's here, so
Yep, so they died on a stiff breeze there. I was thinking of using strand dice. Thankfully, it was a good thing I didn't do that.
yep.
Alright, so
And,
what's next?
well, the only thing I could do now is charge.
Alright, so you could charge the first hero who still has 3 wounds, keep in mind, or that Exarch. Because that would be a second unit kill if you happen to kill the Exarch for take no
But
prisoners.
Yeah, I have to go for it, but you're gonna overwatch me, aren't you?
Battle shocked. My
Oh,
farce
yeah.
here could do it, but that would be hitting on 6s, and I don't think it's worth
Yeah.
it for a single unit.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge your Die Avenger.
Alright, so what's the range there? I think you need a 3 or 4. Yep,
4, I
you would
believe.
need... Yeah, you're 4 inches away, so... You definitely make it. Now I'm going to do something cheeky and do a heroic intervention on my Altarch to get on the objective. He can countercharge anything that's charged within 6 inches of him, but I still have to charge, so I need a 3, I believe.
You can't fail that.
You almost did. It does cost me a command point, though. But the criteria is I have to be within 6 inches if someone that charged.
Right, so let's start with my Sorcerer.
Yep, just so you know, the Altarch and your Sorcerer fight at the same time. It's just the Dire Avenger that does not. So, it's the question of who do you want to attack?
Probably to be the Die Avenger. So I've got a Force Weapon. So I've got 3 attacks.
Alright, we'll see if you finish them off for to take no prisoners.
Yep. Now, I have Psych still going, so that means any 6s count as automatic wound.
Yep. No 6s there, but
I
2
got
hits, I assume?
Yep, 2 hits. Okay, out of the way.
And still
what's-
toughness 3.
Yep. Strength 6.
Alright,
2
so you hit
wounds.
with both of them? So
Yep.
what's the AP?
1.
Alright, so just 5s and I had involve for 5. I can only use 1 strand dice. I don't think it's worth it to try and save them, but I need to start using my strand dice anyway. So I'll use my farce here next to him to auto succeed 1, turn the 1 into a 6 basically.
Yep.
And I still have to succeed the other one or he's dead.
Yep.
Nope, he's dead. A valiant try, but wasn't meant to be. So you got your second unit kill.
Which is 4 points.
It was worth trying to deny you take no prisoners, I guess. So I don't feel like...
And now you bat my head in with the other guy.
Yep. He has a spear on there, so we'll go with the spear. I just didn't know about what actual range weapon he has. So let's see. The Starglaive, strength 6, 3's to hit. 2 damage. Oh wait, how many attacks? That might be important to note. 5 attacks.
I think you get about 5 or 6 because you're an Autarch. You're not a Varsia.
Yep, so 5 attacks, hitting on 3s though, because it's technically a heavier weapon, I guess.
Yeah.
And I do get to reroll 1 because of my detachment. Alright, so they all hit, and 5, so 3s to wound. Rerolling the 1. Alright, so that's 4 armor saves at AP2, I think it was.
Yeah, but I've got
AP2.
5 plus vulnerable. 5
Yep,
plus vulnerable.
but fail 1, you die.
Dead. And I'm gonna call because you've beaten me.
Yeah, because I already had the lead here just barely, I think. Yeah, with your take no prisoners, you would have any at the same points, but yeah, from here on out, it would snowball out.
Yep.
You
GG,
almost
mate.
won. Good game. You almost one-shot my fire prism there at the start. Of course, I think really next time if we play again, we probably need more terrain, just because, again, I hinted at it the first turn, how easily the first turn could probably just ruin our day.
Yeah. But, I mean, we'll probably be playing different armies because, you know, the try out the different armies, how they fare. But to be honest, your Strands of Fate are just absolute nightmare to deal with.
Yeah, I didn't use very many there. Actually, how many do I have left? I have maybe 7, 6-ish left. It's useful, but the trick is figuring out where to use them, because as you saw with the Dire Avenger, it was still worth it, mind you, to deny points, but it still was did nothing there.
Yeah, and to those who probably scream in my viewers saying you've done this wrong, look, this is I think it's my second game of 40k 10th ed. I'm new to it, so I'm still learning the ropes.
Yep, this technically would be my second of 10th edition as well. Our first one was actually trying to teach Gladiator and Scythe also in like a 4-way 500-point game, so we didn't get an opportunity to go over to learn the rules ourselves, more to just explain it to Scythe and Gladiator. And in all honesty, it's kind of normal, especially keep in mind 10th edition came out literally like a month and a half, 2 months ago, so almost no one knows the rules exactly because it's worded weirdly or certain things need to be errata or clarified.
Yeah, and as many of you may not know, many of the armies are getting errated as of late. Like the Knights have got errated, the Eldar are about to get errated.
Yeah,
So,
they're going to be doing tweaks to points in that next month, so sure, the fire prisms may have done work there, but as you saw in the first turn, he almost one-shot one of my fire prisms too. It just would have been tricky, of course, but he got really damn close.
yeah. But, yep. So that's the game, folks. I hope you enjoyed this little 40k game. There will be more in the future with different armies, and like I said, our goal is to get to 3,000 points Apocalypse War, which will take some time.
Yep. And it'll definitely take a while to play unless we know the rules really good, so it's going to be a work in progress.
Yep. So,
But I'm eager to also play more at 10th, because I think I'm going to try getting into a Crusader game 1,000 points next weekend at my hobby store. We'll see what happens.
yep. So, if you enjoyed this game and you want to play this, go to Tabletop Simulator and type in 10th 40k table. You'll get the table, and type in 40k models where you'll get all the models.
Yep, there. I'll let you speak there.
Yep, they're free. You get all the cards, you get all the models. You will have to jury rig the table a bit at times, but it's a good table, good setup, and we're hoping to show more off of different tables and different maps in the future. Eventually.
Oh yeah, indeed. Like I said, hinted at before, I think more terrain is more ideal what they expect for a 10th edition game at this point, so we may have been a bit sparse, and just with how dangerous both our vehicles, the Vortex Beasts of Blacks and my Fire Prisms, it goes to show why.
Yep.
Because I could have very easily potentially destroyed his Vortex Beast, but I thought the victory points might have been more worth it.
Yep. So, if hope you enjoyed this, folks, I'll leave a link to my buddy's channel in the description down below. And I hope to see you in the next Tabletop game. And remember, folks, next week, my Warhammer playthrough, the next one I've done, will be airing next Wednesday. So, be there for that. And hopefully, the project we are hoping to get started might get started after this little run I'm doing. But if not, we'll continue on doing this. So
Look forward to it.
I wish you all a good evening and enjoy your day. See ya.
See ya, everyone.